Hi friends, my name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and we're here to do another pick a card reading. So today we're gonna be exploring your past life. And with that, specifically, we're gonna be exploring your past life that has been affecting you in this life, okay? See what information we can get. Disclaimer, I have my dog here. You're gonna hear his breathing. Camera angle is all different, of course. Still trying to figure out my groove. And here we go. Past lives and how it's affecting their current life. For pile number 1, show me now. Possessive love. That'd be pile number 1. Pile number 2, past life that is affecting pile number 2 in this life, please. And show me now. I straight bent that card. Bomb. Okay. And past life number 3. Show me what I need to see. For pile number 3, past life number 3, please. That's affecting them now, and show me now. Pre-Columbian Americas time frame. Okay. Pick whatever you're drawn to. Once again, pile number 1, possessive love, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Pile number 2 is bomb, and 3 is pre-Columbian Americas. See you at your pile. Hi, pile number 1. So you chose possessive love. And who wouldn't? I'm just kidding. So we're going to explore a little bit about this. I'm frankly intrigued. I'm thinking this might be my pile too, but who knows? Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. Wow. Okay. Secret faith, identity, and love. So you might have a lot of issues, obviously, around love. I want to show you these cards up close and personal. There we go. Excuse me. So we have possessive love. And identity, secret faith, and love. Show these to you guys right here. Actually put them on the stand, I guess. Secret faith. So right off the bat, the first thing that I was getting, of course, is feeling insecure and wanting to own someone. So maybe perhaps in your past life, you were someone that got your self-esteem through controlling other people or vice versa. I feel like even though it says possessive kind of love, and this could be platonic, it could be familial, it could be romantic, whatever the case may be. I feel like it's just more of a romantic thing. It's just, and I feel like that's bled, that's a good way to say it. That's bled into this lifetime as well, because that's what we're exploring. So secret faith is also having almost like a belief that the person that you're focused on is going to come back to you, or that they're yours no matter what, like you're possessive of them, if you're not partnered with them currently, even if you're in a different relationship or whatever the case may be. And I feel like you might feel like this is part of your identity. It's almost like we are one. This is my person, even if it didn't work out in this lifetime, or even if they're no longer here, whatever the case may be. And I'm looking at the eyes on here. Let's take a little closer look, of course. And here we're looking at the time And it's almost like time and time and time again. So you identify with this person, but it's from a place of possessiveness. It's like, I want to own them, they own me, or we're never going to be apart, even though we are apart. Or if this person is passed on, it's almost like saying that this is my twin flame. And it's having a death grip on that. I think it's going to be extremely poisonous to you at this point in time, in this lifetime. So you could have feelings of like possessiveness or not wanting to let go, even if you've done some work to kind of let go of someone. And yeah, having a secret faith that things are going to somehow, some way work out, even if it's toxic. And on the bottom right here, I have love again, which I think is just fascinating and double, I guess, kind of like reinforcing everything that we're talking about. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pull from this the Urban Tarot, this deck right here. I was not planning on using it, but once I saw the cards, I'm like, we have to use it. So, anything here. Pile number 1. Show me what I need to see for pile number 1. What is possessive love here for their past life? And why and how is this affecting their current life? Show me what I need to see and show me now. Okay, I'm feeling this, and this. Let's take a peek at what we have. Oh my God, stop. You guys saw me shuffle, and we have the love cards. So we have love, we have possessive love, right? And then we have love again. So I feel like this person, you've been through a couple of different lifetimes, at least 3 different lifetimes, but it's something that perhaps you guys have never quite gotten right. There's even a little heart right here, with the 2 of Cups almost represented right here. And I want to say that this, when you get it right, it's incredibly beautiful. So whoever this person is, I feel like there's a deep connection. It is a 2 of Cups energy. It is like, I see you, you see me. We're the same. We're the same. It's possessive love. It's like, you're a part of me. You can't, even though you're not in my life right now, we're inseparable. Our energies are entangled and meshed, okay? And I feel like you're just kind of hanging on to this with having like a secret faith, okay? And, you know, I mean, who am I to judge? I get that. You know, with having a faith that things are going to work out for you in this lifetime or in the past lifetimes, and especially if you guys never actually got it right. And getting it right. Getting it right is, I guess my definition would be not having that possessive love, having that free will, and having the understanding that everyone is an individual and yet we're all connected, okay? And so I feel like your spirit, your soul has always, yeah, I feel like there's been some trauma bonding there, witness or bystander in trauma. So I feel like this is more saying, because that's what stood out to me, is that there's a lot of trauma bonding in this relationship, and that's why things have been really so difficult. You've tried and tried in the past to be able to get it straight. Now, one thing that I'm going to say that is going to help you, that I'm getting, is your identity. If you're able to clear up like who you are, and it sounds really basic, and it sounds not even real, but if you think about it, the reason why we get really possessive, you know, it's like, that person is mine, this is mine, and this 2 of Cups, no one else can meet them at their level like I can, because that's my twin flame, or this is my person, you know. It's almost like a forced, I don't know, possessiveness. It's almost like you can walk over and pee on somebody's leg, for that matter. But I feel like if you develop and continue working on your own identity, it's going to make you less and less enmeshed with this person. For some reason, both of you, and I feel like it's a 2 energy, both of you guys are entangled in this thing, even if you can't make it in this current life, or if you haven't thus far. I'm not saying in the future. there's still that secret faith and that desire that some way, somehow it's going to work, that you're going to pull through together. Yeah, let's see what else we have here on the board of works. Yeah, this is someone that you could actually physically work with, work for the same company or under the same umbrella. Different companies have like different entities that kind of, you know, work with. So if that rings a bell, then great. If it doesn't, then it's just saying that this is a number 3. This is about cooperation, collaboration. But this is telling me that your other person, I just said possessive love, didn't I? The other person also feels this way about you. And I already hear in my head, like, why are they not coming forward, or why this or why that? You know, I can't tell you. Everybody's going to be different in their own personal situations. But the bottom line, it's not about what the other person does or does not do. It's about the fact that you need to find out your own personal identity and separating yourself as like your own individual person, and not entangling yourself with somebody and thinking, okay, that person is mine. Okay. And I think it is going to kind of like rewinding this and flipping the script, is, so to speak, is it's going to take a lot of work for you to rebuild this thing and rebuild your identity without this other person in your mind, in your heart. And it doesn't mean that they, have to go. Like, I'm not saying, oh, this is not healthy for you at all. But I feel like the bond, the trauma bond and the possessive love, and even the identity of what you define love to be, needs to be reconfigured, rethought out, and re-explored. Is that even a word? We're making up words. So I think that because, you know, we have love and possessive love, it's going to be really important for you to really even sit down with a notepad to find love. What is love? What is love? You know, when you care for somebody, is it the ooey gooeys? Is it the honeymoon phase? Is it the commitment phase? Is it the freedom to do whatever I want phase? Whatever the case may be. And so it's going to take time. It's going to definitely take time to be able to work all through these different issues. These 2 issues in particular, okay? But also, I feel like even the work, it's going to be, because I just connected it to the bottom of this card right here. It says death. And so number 3, it's like building this structure, and it's going to take a lot of work to end things in a powerful way. And the fact that you can take that word possessive out, okay? Because this love, in a perfect world, would be, you know, I'm happy that this person, quote, my person, how we love to say, is just content and happy elsewhere. And that's what love would be. That's what it would look like. It's like, I'm really glad they're happy, and you know, and working through those feelings of sadness or possession or jealousy or whatever the case may be. But I feel like that's not where we're at, okay? And that's why we're getting these cards. Next card that we have for you, pile number 1, Queen of Cups, the therapist, okay? So we have the Queen of Cups right here, and I never even noticed this big old shoe. That's really cool. Okay, so this person is, you know, trying to gain some therapy. And I feel like this is just even saying it would actually behoove you. And I'm not at all judgmental. I feel like therapy is good for all of us. All of us need outside input. All of us need different perspectives to be able to open up our minds. And I feel like even here, with these like koi fish, presumably maybe a rug. See if I can zoom that in for you just a bit more. I feel like it's going to really help your journey, because it's really focused on this person receiving therapy, presumably their foot. Okay, it's nipping at the foot, which tells me that maybe you have thought about it, or if you have not thought about it, that it would be extremely healthy for you to even consider therapy and working through why you feel possessive and how all that works, and kind of unravel things just a little bit. Now, I know this might put a lot of you on defensive or feel judgy, or whatever the case may be. And again, I'm not saying that this person is not for you, or that things need to, you know, because a lot of us think like, oh, when I find my person, or they come back to me, or we reunite, which is that secret faith that is here. I'm not saying that that cannot happen, but I am saying that's going to help you become more of your own person, reclaim your identity, and that way you can actually love. I'm all love for real. We're talking ghetto here, okay? So you can actually give and receive love from a really good place, a healthy place, a place where it's safe and okay to say yes or no to love or different approaches and things like that. And it will set a new time frame for you if that's what you're expecting or wanting back. But I feel like energetically, if you've been in this place before for a while, and I feel like you probably have, that's the feeling I'm getting, because, you know, it's a cycle that's been repeated through at least one past life, but I feel like many. It's going to really behoove you to go ahead and get some therapy. It's going to bring you abundance. It's going to bring you knowledge and wisdom. And it's going to bring you back into your center. I'm getting a lot of energy in my crown chakra. So I'm feeling like this is saying, yeah, it's a lot of knowledge and downloads that you would receive if you were just to open up to it. Okay. Why is this all blurry? I don't like that. Okay. So we're going to get a little bit more information. And I was thinking, of course, I want to do a short reading. And here we are 13 minutes into it. Oh my goodness. Sorry, guys. So once again, pile number 1. Bumping cameras and all sorts of fun stuff. Show me what I need to see. Let me have clarity for pile number 1, please. Pile number 1, possessive love. How can we help get out of this possessive love into a healthier area, into a healthier mindset realm, energetic, spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever the case may be? What can help pile number 1 get out of this possessive love, please? And show me now. Dream sweet, sleep deep. Let's get that to come in clear. Right. Sleep that's deep and lasts till morn. Wondrous dreams for days reborn. So I feel like with this, you might even have a lot of dreams about this person, or even their energy. Like if you don't necessarily have a person that you're like fixated on, focused on, or feeling possessive about, then I feel like this person energetically can be intertwined and you can actually have dreams about them. Actually, that's really kind of creepy with that person behind the door. I didn't even notice that. See if you can catch that too. So this is a 9. It adds up to a 9 vibration, which means like almost the end. And I feel like maybe you can travel through like different portals, and even have like telepathic communication. I'm getting a lot of crown chakra energy anyways. And I wasn't planning on talking about all of this because, I mean, it just makes me sound weirder. But, you know, why stop now? So I feel like you could do some inner work, you know. Please do your therapy. I definitely recommend for all of us. Everybody should do therapy. It would be a great thing. Another thing to do would be to go ahead and have like a dream journal, and not just like, oh, I dreamt this, and write it down. Those are great, fantastic, revealing, very, very helpful. But I also feel like you can do some inner work, meaning that you can actually set intention when you go to bed and say, okay, this possessive love, let's kind of unwind this. Let's unravel this so that we are free to be who we're supposed to be, fully within our power, not dependent on anyone else. And that we can have a healthier bond if that is something that you desire. Okay. So I think that that's one way to do it, is that you can actually, I don't want to say summon because it sounds like summoning a demon, but you can, you know, definitely if you have someone that you're really focused on in a possessive way in this lifetime, and it's affecting you because you chose pile number 1, you know, even if it's not romantic, then you can speak to their spirit with intention upon going to bed. You know, let them know, I want to speak with you, and the higher realms, your higher self, my higher self, that kind of a thing. And it's like this possessiveness needs to be let go of. Maybe you're the victim or the recipient of possessive love, and somebody can't let you go, and you've had to, you know, do a ton of different things just to unravel that and get yourself to a point where you're independent and you are your own person. So whatever the case may be, in dream state, you can do a lot of work as well. Also, what's coming through is some shadow work. Shadow work, especially if you're the one feeling possessive. I do feel like this is more mutual for 90% of you, if not more. All right, final thoughts here. Show me what I need to see for this possessive love, for the secret crush. Pile number 1, we got a slider. This is the Knight of Swords. Let's see if you can see this. These cards are so beautiful. So we have the Knight of Swords rushing in for clarity. And I feel like there is a deep need, because it's almost like us rationalizing. It's like, look, we have this deep bond. It's almost like, this is my other half. When we're together, we're magnets. So this person sees me. I get them. And you can feel even like the change in the chemistry within the air of how different it is. But even in spite of, like, this Knight needs clarity. And there needs to be light brought to this situation, like in the form of understanding, in the form of accepting, in the form of separating. I feel like this can even cut the word possessive love and just leave possessive on the side and leave love on by itself. And so I'm going to say that also you're extremely guarded. Like, you want to maybe address things and gain clarity, but you're also super self-protective. So there might be a tendency not to want to take responsibility about this possessive love. This could be like, well, I'm the victim, I'm the recipient, or whatever the case may be. But something about your energy is entangled and meshed. And so all I'm saying is that with the help of a therapist, especially if it's this lifetime, that can be unraveled and hopefully addressed. But also doing a lot of work yourself. You know, we tend to be a society that's very lazy. And so we don't want to do the shadow work. It's painful, it's hard, and it's ugly to look at things that we have to work on and really overcome. But it's going to be really, really helpful and beneficial, okay, to gain that clarity. So when you go to bed, I'm going to say when you go to bed, ask for Spirit to give you clarity on this whole situation. Why is possessive love even in my realm, and why is it kind of messing things up for me in this lifetime? How can I overcome it? And I feel like you, even with these like dreams and these intentions, you can have a lot of answers. Another practical, something I did last night would be to write out, you know, you could do like affirmations, like, I have clarity as to why I feel possessive. I have clarity as to why I'm bonded with this person. Everything is clear. I accept that I'm an individual, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you're working on. Just, I would say, like, use your positive affirmation journal, and you can do those at nighttime. People don't talk about, you know, nighttime journaling other than like dream journaling and stuff, but you can do it whenever. And for me, I'm finding that nighttime is the best time for me. Turn off my electronics, or listen to subliminals, and then go ahead and do some journaling, because I feel like that's going to eliminate the clouds. Also, I feel like you're going to be doing your investigating, or your exploring, your side of the work in secret mostly. So I almost feel like this, like therapists, you may or may not see a therapist, but I feel like you're going to be doing maybe some snooping, some spying, some checking things out. Also some dream work, which, you know, this is all dark. We sleep when it's dark and things like that. But definitely wanting to protect yourself, which is pretty fascinating. Last words for pile number 1, please. Pile number 1. Possessive love. How can we gain clarity? How can we heal from this? Overcome and have better quality life, okay? That is the intention. And what can pile number 1 do? Or what do we need to know? And show me now. Interesting. So we have 12, which reduces to a 2, which is cooperation. And I feel like instinctively, I feel like Some of you guys are saying, yeah, if my twin flame or my other half or my other person would cooperate with me, it would all be great. Now, that adds up to 3. This is a 3. We have a 3 on the board right here. So we have a lot of 3s going on. And I'm going to say that maybe there is probably another person involved if this is a romantic thing. And if it is not, it could be, if it's platonic, there could still be like another person involved at the bare minimum. But what is going to help you, I feel, is this is saying that you're going to go and do the work. And even when you go to bed, you can even ask if you need an apology, if you need, you know, some closure, whatever the case may be, ask Spirit to give it to you. But keep in mind that non-communication, that was really difficult to say. Oh my gosh, 12-12. Get out of here. You guys could literally be seeing 12-12. Or the number 12 could be really important to you. Or the number 24 could be important to you, but 12-12, there's no coincidence. I feel like you guys set an intention and continue working on your part of things, okay? And then I feel like what would come back to you is balm for the soul. I think it would be helpful, and this, you know, doesn't necessarily mean, but it can be for a couple of you. It could be maybe this other person coming back to apologize or giving you the clarity you need or emotionally validating you. But the bottom line is that that is still entanglement, okay? And expecting work out of someone who maybe is not with you, not on the same page as you, is involved with somebody else. Or they're in a totally different mindset and page. So it's going to be really important that you cooperate with your angels, with Spirit, with yourself, and work on this. And don't worry about what the other person is doing or not doing. And I feel like the 12 of Cups here, this can come in the form of like feeling refreshed, feeling reprieve, feeling closure, even feeling at peace. And closure doesn't have to look like, oh, they called me and told me and they're sorry and whatever. Or it doesn't have to look like, oh, now I fully understand in a logical manner what transpired step by step. For those of us that are possessive, obsessive, not mentioning any names, G. But I'm just going to say that doing the work yourself is going to really be so beneficial that it's going to kind of blow your mind. You're going to wonder why. Why did it take so long? Now, keep in mind when we do the inner work, this can energetically pull on another person. Now, please don't take that to be like, oh, let me do the work and I can manipulate the situation. That's counterintuitive to what we're trying to accomplish here. We're trying to heal, right? So that is my message for you. If you like this kind of reading, smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think if this is your situation. Any comments, anything like that. Thank you so much. And until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 2. My name is Crystal with Psychic MD, and this is your reading. So pile number 2, we have bomb. Pretty darn, let's say pretty darn explosive, duh, right? So, show me what I need to see. For pile number 2, pile number 2 is past life or past lives, anything that is currently affecting them right now. Show me what I need to see. For pile number 2, why is bomb here? For pile number 2, please, and show me now. Okay, I'm going to take this one, child identity. Let's see if we can get that clear. Child identity. Okay. Pile number 2. What else do we have for pile number 2? Show me now. nature-based faith. Okay. And I'm taking the same amount of cards as I did for pile number 1. These cards are just jumping everywhere. I'll pick those up in a sec. Pile number 2. What are these cards here? Tell me more about this person, pile number 2's past life, and how and why it's affecting their current life. Show me now. Cult faith. That's interesting. I saw cult faith first, and companionship and love. These stories can get interesting. I'm like already trying to decide how personal to get, but I'm like, what the hell? Balls to the walls. Here we go. Pile number 2. We've got bomb. We've got nature-based faith, child identity. I am going to move and pick up these 2 cards that fell, just because that's what we do. All right. So I'm going to say in a past life, you could have been living in a war zone. You could have been in some kind of crossfire, be a war zone. Things could have really been explosive, or you could have dealt with an explosion that affected your life, perhaps even took your life or someone that you loved. And nature-based faith, that's interesting because here we have the cult faith. Right in touch with the plane crash. So I'm going to say that this I'm going to pull more cards, but intuitively already what really stood out of everything outside of bomb was a cult faith, okay? And I feel like you're moving more to a natural, more wholesome, more like organic faith. But I do feel like in your past life and this life, you have been affected by a cult faith. And what I mean by that is anything that is like necessarily like structured and you're expected to adhere to this faith one way or another. Now, I'm kind of feeling like, okay, this is, I don't know how to say this without sounding mean. So I'm just going to share my life experience. My life experience, take it or leave it, entirely up to you. But once upon a time, in a land far, far away named Arizona, I was in a cult, by the way. I learned a lot of good things, but there was a lot of really crappy stuff going on. So controlling over finances, controlling over how, where, and why you marry. I even witnessed a situation where somebody was questioned about why they bought a vacuum cleaner for their home. I'm not kidding you. So these cults are alive and well. A cult can look like many different things. And I kind of want to, I guess, beckon you or ask you to think about things in the modern world in a different way, okay? Because cults can look like anything. And yes, I'm talking about any of the churches as well, anything that's like super structured, that you have to follow a certain protocol, there's a hierarchy and things like that. I'm not saying they're bad, I'm not saying they're good. I personally have a lot of faith. But what this is affecting you was a cult life in your past life. And I feel like this, if it wasn't like physical war and a physical bomb, this was like a bomb detonating in your life, okay? And the reason why you were drawn to it, and maybe you were born into it, child identity. So I feel like there was a lot of grooming when you were growing up. A lot of expecting you to toe the line, a lot of expecting things to be a certain way because that's what your parents learned and their parents learned, so on and so forth. If you were not raised by a parent, then that's what society learned, or that's how you were taught by your caretaker, okay? So I'm feeling like that child identities can be really, really important. And I hate to say it and I hate to bring it up. Like, nobody really likes talking about this. But I'm feeling like the word grooming came up in my mind. And, you know, we can be groomed. It could be like sexual grooming, you know, grooming a person to specifically a child. Yeah. Well, I don't really want to touch that with a stick. That's self-explanatory. I feel like in your past life, you could have been involved in a cult that masqueraded for basically sex trafficking. And it could have been something that was revealed to you during a time where you started getting more in contact with nature and nature-based faith. And perhaps you had, you know, grown up and seen what the trend was. I feel like also, okay, I'm just going to say it. I'll just get it over with, Griselle. I feel like what the word bomb is talking about and how it's affecting you in this day is perhaps you're somebody who is really tuning in and you're aware and you're listening in and you're watching all the craziness that's being discovered, all the churches, you know, being burned after discovering that their bodies of children underneath and things like that. You know, the, what do you call those? The shipping containers with children. I feel like you're somebody who really gets it and who can connect the dots. And I feel like you got it back then, and I feel like it kind of blew your mind. I think that you're way ahead of your time, and I do feel like you're way ahead of your time currently. And if this is you, if this sounds like you right now, then great, this is your pile. If this is not you, choose a different pile, or obviously you can always look at my other content. Now, let's just get some more messages here because it's just a lot. It's heavy. Okay, it's heavy. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. I feel like this bomb is a great awakening. Show me what I need to see for pile number 2. All right, here we go, Griselle. Everything that you should not do. So I'm going to get personal here. So I'm going to say that, you know, way back when I was coming into adulthood, I guess you could say, and I had this download that the world was a huge ST ring. I already said the word. I'll probably get in trouble for it anyways. But all the current events that you're seeing on TV, well, they're not really showing that much. If you're on TikTok or anything else like that, yeah. Anyways, I had this epiphany that this was happening everywhere. And it literally blew my mind. It was like a bomb that went off in my head. And it was so heavy that I just had to step away and not process it. And then I convinced myself that I was totally crazy, which I'm sure, you know, some people think I am. But look at the facts now. It's like the truth comes out eventually. And we're living at a time where these things are coming out. You know, if you think I'm talking like hogwash or nonsense, what about those LOL dolls that, you know, you get them wet and then there's all sorts of like racy stuff on the dolls? I mean, somebody did that. You know, there was somebody who said this is a great idea. Wouldn't this be interesting if we did this? And they created those dolls to have fishnet pantyhose and all sorts of other craziness on those dolls. This was a couple of years ago. And, you know, that stuff was aimed at our children. That's no accident, obviously. But another person said, yeah, that is a great idea. Let me market for you. And another person said, that's a fantastic idea. Let me go ahead and fabricate this. You know, maybe the marketing team didn't necessarily know, But people manufacturing sure as hell was. Now I'm looking at 1111. You could be seeing 1111 a lot, or dualistic, synchronistic numbers, double numbers, things like that. I'm going to say that this could be a really hot button for you. You could come from a background where you were around someone who had their innocence stolen, or something else, or you yourself could have been someone who was a survivor of you know, of trafficking, or of you know, predators or anything like that. So I feel like this is kind of like enraging, enlightening, illuminating. There's like a lot of mixed feelings. Okay, I do feel like in your past life it was very similar. The more you connect with nature, that is a healing part, and that is key for you right now. The more you connect with nature, the more that you go outside, maybe go for a hike, touch a tree, try to grow plants. Okay, I'm going to confess to you guys, since we're in it and we're besties like that. Look at this. So I'm trying to grow these plants and they're looking sad. Don't judge me. The plant was like, I was in the store doing fine. Why did you do this to me? But yeah, so I'm trying to take care of it according to directions, but I think it needs a little bit of light and a lot more. Anyways, so my point being is, if you connect with nature, it's going to really help you. It's going to help your faith. It's going to restore your faith that not everything is shitty, okay? That not everything has an agenda. You may be feeling like jaded or broken, or have this wall so high that nobody can break down because you've seen the bottomless pit of evil. I'm just going to say it like that. That people are really capable of, okay? And we all have our pick, you know, we can pick to go down those paths, or to really heal and use our life for good. I feel like you're in a place where you realize that these walls that you built really have separated you from others, really have kept you from living your fullest, your best life. Really? Okay. I heard this in English. I'm looking at this and it looks like a hair. And for some reason I thought hair in my mouth. Now in Spanish, excuse me. In Spanish we have a saying, no tiene pelo en la lengua, which basically loosely translates to you don't have a hair in your mouth, meaning that you're going to speak your mind. You're going to say exactly what it is. And my throat chakra obviously was having a problem being cleared. You could have a problem speaking up. You could have an issue with stating facts, speaking your truth. And the more that you get in touch with nature, I feel like that's going to clear up. Also, the more you get in touch with your own voice, with speaking your truth, with saying it even if you think people might not believe you. Of course, I always, you know, speak, not a therapist, but it would be good to get some support and advice on that for your particular situation. But let's see what else. It's like, what is that saying that says, speak your truth even if your voice shakes? And so pile number 2, if this is you, and I feel you. Apparently this is my pile too. But I'm going to say that speak your truth even if your voice shakes, even if you think nobody's listening. Because even if you can help one person, give them hope, or give them an awareness, or whatever the case may be, it is totally and absolutely worth it. It can change your life. So nature-based faith. All right, show me what I need to see. Oh my gosh. File number 2, the deck is like, I'll show you. Okay. So the Ace of Disc is one of the ones that leapt out. And I feel like this can feel monumental. Look at how strong this statue is. It's like all muscle and carrying the weight almost of the world. Okay, these to me look like atoms almost rotating, and there's like a big old coin. So this is going to be the first thing. It's going to feel like monumental effort, speaking your truth, holding space for yourself. Okay, yes, I'm getting a lot of confirmation with my crown chakra. Holding space for yourself, even if people don't believe you, or it's not that people don't believe, they're in denial, or they're assholes. I just looked down, I saw 1616 on my camera. That could have a special meaning for you. Okay, so gain, the 9 of Pentacles. This, it can bring you gain. Interesting. I feel like this can help you have a good life, where you're relaxed, you're not like worried, you have like many pillars upholding you. I feel like all this tension, this is saying that you've held all this tension, all this stress, everything within yourself. And now that you've lifted it up and decided to put one coin, you know what, because the 9 and the 1 add up to 10, 10 of coins, 10 of pentacles. And this adds up to like loyalty. This can be everything that you want and desire. So I feel like there's, you could be really self-sufficient. You could be somebody that does their own thing, but this is solo. This is just the power of one. Okay. This is, even if you're partnered right now, this could be like you don't really connect with other people. It is still the power of one. I'm trying to figure out what time it is because I started early before my shift. So yeah, this has been a really big burden, but I feel like if you start addressing that, it'll feel the very first step, like a monumental step. But in the end, you are going to be able to relax. You are going to feel like everything is just in the clear, and that you could speak your truth and be your most authentic self. Lap of luxury as well. Interesting. So we'll see how this plays out. What else do we need? The Knight of Discs. Okay. You guys, I love these cards. This is called the Urban Tarot. And this deck can be found on Etsy. I'm not affiliated. I just love decks. Look at the big old coin behind, okay? So this person is going to be someone who I feel like is going to be assisting you. And I heard prep chef, okay? This person is, in other words, somebody who can help your cause, help you to speak your truth. Prep chef in the manner that they're like, okay, hon, what do you need? Do you need me to be here? Do you need to see me while you speak your truth, while you have the speech? Do you need to, you know, what do you need? Do you need therapy? Do you need for me to talk this through? Do you need for me to do whatever? So prep chef is somebody who, you know, dices the carrots and the onions and takes care of that. And you know, while the chef is cooking and whatnot and creating things. So I feel like the Knight of this is somebody in a supportive role to you, somebody who has even, they're very grounded, very connected, very earthy. This is somebody who's going to help you when you are feeling airy, like out of touch with your body. And I get like that a lot. I have to really ground myself. I have to come back and say, all right, whoa, I'm like floaty. I feel, the only other way I can explain it is like you feel like you're floating. Okay. Now, one thing that might be a practical that can help you is getting a crystal that you resonate with. And yeah, so this has been like my buddy for quite some time. It helps me feel grounded. And it just feels good in my hands. But anyways, anything that's going to help you feel grounded. Now, I feel like you could have been taken out of your body by these experiences and you have a hard time grounding. But once you ground, it's like, what do I do with that? It's not even like my own real energy and stuff. I feel like once you ground, this is saying you have the strength and the wisdom and the support. And if you don't have it right now, you have, it's coming. You have the support to be able to lift up that grounding, meaning that you can speak your truth and it's going to really be beneficial in so many ways that you're going to feel like the load of the world is not on your shoulders anymore. Okay. Yes. So this, you have this person. I kind of want to put this here. And I feel like in your past life, you did not have the ability to have what you have now. So if this is your story, your narrative, okay? If you are the survivor of any of these things that I've spoken about. Let's see if we can pull this in a little bit more. Why did I not just move my camera? I don't know, because it would be too easy, you know? We just do everything the hard way. Yeah. So I feel like the Knight of Swords is saying, like, this one is going to help you with clarity. It's going to help you get to nitty gritty. When you're feeling a little shaky, then you can rely upon this Knight of Discs. It could be male, female. We're not reading sex here. We're reading energy. This is a supportive person. This is a person where they say, what do you need? Do you need something to eat? Do you need to sit down? Do you need a glass of water? Do you need a glass of wine? Can I rub your feet? Do you need to go? Whatever the case may be. Knight of Swords, they're going to be helping support you while you're doing a lot of homework, a lot of thinking. I'm seeing a lot of triangles. So you could be really connecting, triangulating things, getting to the science of things, getting to the source of it, connecting the dots. That's another one. So I feel like that you're bringing the intangible, or what people think is intangible, into exposure. Like you're exposing things for what it really is. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, look, number 3. 3 of Wands is virtue in this deck. Let's have a look, see? So I feel like you're going to be part of the bomb detonating in this lifetime, if this is your story. I feel like you have a lot of virtue. And I feel like you have a lot of loyalty, a lot of sensibility. Now, all at once, I feel like you could be somebody that causes this fire. See the fire beyond. That's all in the skies with the fireman. But you could also be the rescue. And it's almost like saying, well, this needs to be exposed. Like what's been hidden needs to be exposed, needs to be spoken about, it needs to be out here and visible. And visible, not invisible. The invisible needs to be visible, guys. You know what I'm talking about. So that is what I'm getting for you. Let's pull one more. We're going to do a healing card. One more card for pile number 2. If you're liking these kind of readings, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. Pile number 2. Pile number 2. What message do we have for you for healing? Show me now. Beauty. Okay, cool. My beauty. Just kidding. So number 4, first of all, and I'm thinking, okay, so you're going to create a lot of change in your world, other people's worlds. It can all go up in smoke. And you know what, baby? Those people lit matches a long ass time ago, so let it burn. I feel like you're going to be in the fuck it mode. You're going to be a little bit more confrontational. Yeah, with this knight right here and their sword. And I feel like beauty is saying, you know what? Be your most authentic self. It doesn't make a difference. I think people, when you speak your truth, are going to consider that and think it's beautiful. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. And yeah, it's bringing to light everything that has been done in the dark. Maybe you've not spoken your truth. Maybe you've kind of like peppered it through, you know, trusted people. But I feel like now is a time to allow that bomb to go off, that things to detonate. And I totally understand. Well, I can't really say that about everybody. I can simply maybe empathize, okay? But I feel like you are going to be really cared for. The number 4 tells me that speaking your truth, exposing what needs to be exposed in a safe manner, of course, and seek help and seek therapy and seek authority, whatever it is that you need. But I feel like you're going to be integral to other people's story as well. And I feel like that's why you're breaking that chain and that cycle in this lifetime by coming forward, and by allowing the fire to be exposed. You're going to allow other people to see what has been done, other people to really share their stories and come out of hiding, and also to stop these people and what they're doing. Okay, so some of you guys can be considered conspiracy theorists. You guys can be, you know, thinking about the Illuminati and things like that. So You fit the story however it fits your narrative, your life, not the other way around, okay? So thanks again for hanging in there with me. Much love to you, and namaste. Hi, pile number 3. My name is Chris Elvis, Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. You've chosen the pre-Columbian Americas time frame. Pile number 3. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. What is it in their past life that's currently affecting their current life? Please show me now. Child identity. I think this came out in pile number 1. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. Pile number 3. If you'd like these kind of readings, please just smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. Young male identity. Okay. Then we have the alchemist with magic. Interesting. I happen to look down, I'm looking at political, so we're going to go move this. So, oh, hi. Sorry, you can hear every creak, obviously, in my brand new chair, by the way, that pisses me off, but that's okay. So, pre-Columbian Americas time frame. Age of Atlantis time frame. Identity, the alchemist, and political. So, I feel like, let's see if we can get this to hone in here. I feel like you could have been, I knew it. I feel like you could have been someone who observed politics. Maybe you were on the fringe of politics, but then you started noticing a lot of the brainwashing that's going on, not unlike what's happening today in our day and age, right? And I feel like also in your past life, this is like convoluted. I feel like you could have had family members, because this is reminding me of a seashell, or even the ear. You could be like clairaudient as well. But I feel like you believe in like dimension hopping, or have the ability to do that. And if you don't this lifetime, then maybe you did in a past. But I feel like you became aware of political brainwashing, and you decided to do something with that. The alchemist and magic. Okay. And I feel like it got really complicated. And I want to say that initially, like, you know, brainwashing can look like this. We see on TV, we've been, you know, taught, at least in the US, that other countries have political agendas or whatever, and they would pipe music into the streets or rooms and things like that, so that they can essentially hear the same thing over and over again and believe what was piped through there. And so it's really not unlike the programming that we choose on television to program ourselves with. And so I think that there's an awareness there that a lot of things have changed in how they look, but not on the motive. Maybe the method changed, but not the motive. I hope that makes sense. But we're going to get some clarification. Oh my gosh, stop. Bottom of the deck, I happened to look down, and I have glamour. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. Okay, I'm going to take this, and I feel like this fits right in with this narrative. I feel like you're becoming aware, or have become aware in the past, about glamour. I feel like in your past life, you became aware that this was strictly like brainwashing, and you wanted to change that. And with the spider's web here, I feel like it's a sinister thing. It's been done for many, many ages, and it just goes round and round and round in circles, and it weaves its web. So we're basically dancing to the same song. Maybe the words got rearranged. Things look a little bit different. We look a little bit different, but not much has really changed in that. And I feel like you're undergoing an alchemy right now, where you're looking at, you know, what you believed as a child, even in your past life, that you're looking and seeing that that was all glamour. It was almost like a glamour spell. It was glamorous. The people that you were taught to idolize, or things that you were taught to believe, perhaps now you're starting to see a different side to things, a deeper side to things, and a more realistic side to things, instead of pedestaling people or situations. Okay, show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see. Profile number 3, show me now. And I'm looking at the age of Atlantis, and I think about how some people are, you know, all about that. I don't really know a lot about that. That's not necessarily my thing. But you could have ties to Atlantis, or feel very tied to the ocean, or connected in that way. And that would go back to this like conch shell that I was feeling or sensing. And also clairaudience, like when we pick up seashells and we stick them into our ears just so we can have a listen and see if we can hear the ocean, right? So victory, I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. You know, I'm going to say that, wow. Okay, I'm going to point out we have, obviously, they all have eyes. All 3 piles had eyes. But in this one, these are a little bit more center than the other ones were. And also, I just happen to be holding this like that. And so we've got 2 eyes, and right in the middle, we have victory. I feel like you're going to see victory in your lifetime, in this lifetime. Okay, I feel like you have fought hard. You have fought to overcome the glamour. You've had to like reawaken. Maybe even multiple times. I definitely feel like also that you've experienced in your past, okay, in your past life, some deaths that were associated with this glamour of people not wanting, of political things, political parties, people not wanting you to know or expose the truth, but you are a true alchemist, okay? And here I have, yeah, that you were a victim. So maybe you were sacrificed. Because you started to expose things in the real world, how they really are. You started connecting the dots, I feel. You started seeing that this glamour is really a form of enslavement, of mind control, if you will. And I feel like that's why this is here. And I feel like even you could be interested in mind control, telepathy, astral projection. You could be interested in remote viewing as well. I feel like you see that everything is connected. I also feel like you could be saying that energy is connected. And in your last lifetime, I'm getting confirmation on my head. In your last lifetime, when you did the work that you were trying to unravel here and show people the truth, that you definitely became a victim of these political people that didn't want people to be awakened. I feel like you've had to kind of like return, and your mission is the same. In this lifetime, I feel like you are going to have the victory. I'm going to actually set this in the center because it just felt like it belonged there. Okay, what else do we need to know, please? Show me what I need to see. I feel like you're very, very sensitive and intuitive as well. Peace. Creativity. I feel like there's more. Okay. And strength. Okay, cool. Let's start with the peace. Peace. Bridget, goddess, in your sacred name, all right within me, peace is flame. So I feel like you were a light to other people in your life, that you were trying to really bring this about. I feel like you were close to breaking this wide open in a way that would have really greatly affected political parties, not unlike today's world. again. And I feel like you have a lot of magic within you. You could be a healer. You could be somebody who does like remote healing, remote viewing, anything like that. I feel like you're searching for peace, and that you do have like some, initially it's looked like a mouse, but I think it's a little cow. I'm not sure, but I just, oh yeah, the cow leapt over the moon kind of a thing, maybe. I don't know. But I feel like you're in search of peace. You want peace, and yet you see all the corruption. How can I have peace when I have a corruption? Okay, but I'm going to say that you have victory. You have victory coming. I feel like whatever that looks like to you, it is going to be very, very helpful, very lucrative. And I feel divine protection, because one thing that I was going to say about this, sorry, I know I'm shuffling back and forth quite a bit. I feel like with this, you know how when something lands on the spider's web, it reverberates. How do you say that word? Reverberate? Use your words, Crystal. Okay. I can't say that word, but whatever. Anyways, that word, it basically shakes the whole structure, and it creates a vibration so that the spider knows, hey, something is trapped in my web, and it can run and take care of business. So I feel like in the same way, when you're in the astral realm, if you do that kind of work, you want to be really careful, because it's very similar to what you're seeing right here, very similar to spider's web. If you're doing any kind of work like that, or even trying to remote view and things like that, that can alert other people that you don't want to alert, or other entities that you are searching for answers, and that you are on to the big picture, okay, that you are awake, and that could be a not good thing for you. So I feel like you've been through that before, and you know that, but yeah. Messages for somebody, not everybody, okay? Creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect. Let me flow. Bring this closer. So I feel like you could be even, actually when you close your eyes, I feel like you could be seeing rays of light like this to you. And it's almost like information being spilled out. It could show up in different ways. It can show up like in your mind's eye, mostly, I feel. And so you could be like very visual, like on top of being clairaudient, I feel like you're very, very, very clairvoyant. And it could be something that maybe just stuns you, like the stuff that not only does that light that comes towards you in your mind's eye could be a little bit discombobulating, but I feel like it's healing, it's helping, definitely not hurting you. Number 33 could be important. You could be 33, or the number 33 can be important. The number 6 can have meaning to you as well. And then I have strength right here. So I feel like you were incredibly strong in your past lifetimes with combating all of it, whether it be the pre-Columbian Americas or the age of Atlantis. And I feel like during this time, because we had the young male come out initially, I feel like you were a young male connecting the dots, figuring things out, and sharing that, and exposing truth for what it really is. So you're being told at this point in time, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling like you're getting nowhere, your efforts are nil, it's not true. It's saying that you have the strength to continue, the stability. Okay, strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. And so just ask Spirit for strength, just ask Spirit for wisdom, and to bring light into whatever area it is that you're in, and to help you navigate things safely. If you are someone who is exposing, you know, things that are happening in your lifetime, in your, maybe in your company, or in in your family, I don't know your life, right? Or in politics, whatever this is for you, then I feel like you will be having victory in this lifetime. And I think that you'll carry it through in a different manner, okay? So what else do we have for pile number 3, please? Pile number 3, what do we have for thee? If you like these kind of readings, like, share, comment, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below. What do we have for pile 3? Why are these cards here? Any help for pile number 3? Show me now. Energy, baby. That's what's up. All right. I knew it. How did I know that was going to happen? I knew our power was going to go out today, and I was thinking, you know, my phone is almost dead. I should probably stop filming. We've been dealing with power outages because I live in California. I just had that feeling. But anyways, here we are. Yeah. So, energy. All right, inside my fire divine. Energy, fill me. Make me shine. And obviously, let's get, can we get some hands here to help? Yes, we can. Because it's pretty darn dark. Sorry, guys. You know, it could also feel like you're in the dark. Or like people around you are in the dark and they're not awake. And you're the one trying to help everybody. I apologize for you not being able to see what I'm doing super well. I'm going to say that there are going to be moments that, yeah, you may feel in the dark, but the beautiful part about this is that there is light, there is sunshine. When you close your eyes and you see those light beams from whenever I've seen them personally, just know for a fact that you are being taken care of. I want more light over here. Not helpful, is it? Okay. Well, we're making do with what we have. I feel like even in your past life, you may have, you know, make do with what you have, but with a positive attitude. And I feel like that honestly could have cost you your life. Now it's kind of grim considering we're towards the end of your reading. But, well, you know, with the sacrifice and whatnot, you could have seen things for... Let's see if I can get some light here. For what they really are, like human sacrifices happening around you. That helps a little bit. Okay. Sorry about that if you're hearing the drama of the dogs downstairs. But yeah, so I feel like you're going to have a lot of energy, a lot of wisdom. I would say cleanse your energy quite often. Make sure that you have energetic protections around you. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up and you can ask Spirit for help because they'll do it for you. Just be like, you know what? I need some really powerful protection so that when I do go on this web, and maybe it's even talking about the great web that we utilize every day to seek information. Okay, but when I go on this web, that my actions may be hidden from the enemies. And I know this sounds like way out there. If you're not a part of this, I trust you would have clicked off by now anyways. So, but yeah, so asking for divine intervention, asking for divine protection. So that in other words, when you're trying to navigate the web, that your searches aren't being logged, maybe using DuckDuckGo or like Dogpile or other search engines that don't, you know, allow your data to be collected like that. That would be a good idea for you. Energetic protection is the biggest thing that I can tell you. Okay, and so it would look like this. One time I was in one of my groups, I was added to a different group, and the person there, she's a very good like energy worker, and I think she calls herself a witch. I'm not 100% on this, but when she joined me, in my mind's eye, I saw this cord, and it was lit at the end, almost like, I don't know. Anyways, it was a lit cord, like a fuse, okay, like a fuse. And then when it got to the center of my vision, it popped and it was like purple and it sparked. And I asked her, I'm like, what is that? When you joined me with a group, I saw that. And then she's like, wow, you're really in tune, aren't you? So she'd put protection within her group. So anyways, something like that. If you know, you know. If you don't, then, you know, take whatever messages resonate. But I'm going to stop filming here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I have no idea, obviously, when the power is going to come back. I feel a little bit defiant. Like, you know what? Screw this. We've got candles and we don't need power. Let me just pull another card for you. We're going to end it in a minute, okay? Show me what I need to see for pile number 3. If you're feeling like you're in the dark, you're not alone. Use your resources. Prepare. Have candles, flashlights, and all that fun stuff. I do have those things behind me. Generator, whatever the case may be. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3 and show me now. Okay. We have luxury. Gosh, I wish you could see these cards better. Okay, luxury. There. It's a vibration of a number 4, okay? It's being complacent. It's just kind of wanting to chill. It's just wanting things to be stable and normal and not difficult. And you could be somebody who's getting all these messages and you're like, can I just live my life? Can I just, like, you want to shy away from it, shun from it, close your ears off of it. And I totally feel that as well. I get it. I totally get it. The Prince of Discs, the Day Trader. So maybe you trade stocks. Maybe you're into I don't know, maybe you're in Wall Street or following Wall Street, checking out the trends, all things like that. But I feel like there's an element of magician here with the Day Trader, the Prince of Discs, even though it's supposed to be about financial, about concrete things, about the body, how you take care of yourself and the progression of things. And things are going to be methodical. They're going to be slow. I feel like you're going to get assistance here from someone who can provide more information and put things in such a manner that it makes sense and that you won't feel so stressed or burdened, okay? I'm going to take one last card. For pile number 3. One last card for pile number 3. This is really hard to shuffle. Show me what I need to see for pile number 3, please. Their past life affecting their current life. Where are all these cards here? And show me now. Young female identity. So, socialite. So you could be a socialite. A city dweller. That's funny. But I feel like all the more reason for you to be able to see outside of the box. I feel like you rub elbows and kind of think about things differently. Think outside of the box. I feel like you could have been a socialite in your past life, which brought you into an awareness that wasn't favorable for other people, and ultimately it did cause your demise. I don't feel like it's the same fate that you're going to experience here with the victory. I feel like you're going to be integral to making change happen, to seeing things change and grow, and to seeing what it is that you invest your time, energy, and your mind into as well. Come up in such a manner that is just very helpful and healing to the world. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you so much. Much love to you, and namaste.